Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm gonna try something new. Gonna do a creature showcase, sort of. Someone asked me to do a video about Fallen Pixie, so gonna do it and hopefully uh, make it into a series where each episode I just show off one creature and uh, give my opinions, go over the stats, over the skills, whether they're any good, what they do exactly. So today is Fallen Pixie. That's Soul Snatch 6, increase attack by 30% of basic attack damage dealt, up to maximum of 2000 attack. So once it's at 2000, it won't increase anymore. Rebirth 7, well, giving 55% chance to go back to your hand when destroyed. And Limit Breaker starts off at level 1. It will deal direct damage equal to 25% of your current attack to all enemy creatures. And 2 times damage is dealt to enemy creatures with the Overpower skill. So creatures with Overpower, that are things like Hathor has Overpower. And what Overpower does is it decreases all damage sustained is capped at 50% of initial max HP. So 50% of this 1965, which is his base or her base HP. So however higher HP is, if whether it's 10,000 or I don't know, way more, it's always capped at like about 1000 damage. No matter how high the damage would be. If it's 10,000 damage, just over exaggerating, of course, because you're not often gonna run into something that does 10,000 damage, but it would be reduced to 1000. So Fallen Pixie with a limit breaker goes through that damage or through that cap, because the damage cannot be reduced by overpower, and it also double the damage dealt to it. And I've upgraded it to limit breaker 6. Now it deals 50% damage, 50% of your attack to all creatures, and 2.5 times damage to overpower creatures. So in theory, it's better than Octavius Bombard, because that's just 50%, nothing else. Well, Fallen Pixie can also do more to overpower creatures, and can still do a basic attack, which also increases her attack again. But the difference between Octavius Fallen Pixie, of course, Fallen Pixie has way lower base stats, 700 attack, 1700 HP at level 10. Octavius is way more. It already has about 2000 HP of attack when it enters play, while Fallen Pixie only has about 1000. So it will deal half the damage as an Octavius would, starting off. But with Soul Snatch you can increase it, but it takes a couple turns, and for that to work she needs to not die, which tends to happen way too often because she doesn't have any defensive skills. Any attack done to her will hit, any magic or basic or whatever, all damage will be done. So if you could meld this card, if you get enough copies, you can probably immunity 10 would be good, because well, frost armor isn't good anymore just because of all the direct damage being done. No more basic attacks still going on, but they're not important. It's mainly all the direct damage and magic stuff like seal and frozen paralysis, something like that you want to negate. And well, immunity would be the best bet for it. Well, with a rune you can keep her alive longer, because immunity rune of course heals you when immunity gets activated. And well, Is it worth upgrading Limit Breaker? I'm not sure. If you don't have such a good deck as I have, and you're lucky enough to get a Fallen Pixie, maybe throw the 7-day Gala and have a spare Omni skill essence that's at least level 12, because then you can get it to Limit Breaker 6. Any higher Omnis I wouldn't recommend using on her. So on level 12 would be about right. Because the level 13 one also gets up to 6. Level 14 would get it to level 7. Which doesn't change that much, and it's way usefuler on something else. Something like a Dragon Lancer, which deals way more damage. And yeah, so overall I don't think Fallen Pixie is that great. It has had potential, but little, well, yeah, not good enough, I don't think. So I'm gonna try and show it off in some battles. Let's see. And she has Rebirth, which, yeah, I'm not sure if I like, because she's supposed to stay long in play, so she can increase her attack, deal more damage that way. But when she dies and rebirths, attack is reduced again, so it doesn't help her. A rebirth really doesn't help her. So I think it's a wasted skill on her. It would be better to have immunity on her, or something like Unbound, or even Frost Armor, if it's just a skill on it instead of Rebirth. I think it would be nice. But okay, she's the last card at endless play, of course. So let's see. The opponent even gets enough cards to play, which I don't think. So let's try again. Yep, she's in the start of the first 3 cards now. So you really don't want to put her up against the dodge, because she needs to land the basic attack in order to increase her attack and increase the damage output. So let's see how much damage. It does 462 damage and increases her attack after she dealt that basic attack. But she can go down pretty easily. She's lucky not to get hit by the fireball, because all the other creatures all have immunity or virtual with it's no taking damage. I'm not gonna activate Wave Hunter skill, because it would just remove the creatures. And dealing 600 damage now. Chris attack to 1600. She's burned, so she will slowly die. There's no way, currently no way to heal her. She doesn't have any healing skills or defensive skills. So I would need to do it with other creatures. Something like Paragon with Torment Rune can heal her. And as you can see, even of Virgo Hanzo, way easier to keep them alive. They're still at blue health, so higher than their base HP. While Fallen Pixie is already low. Okay, Hanzo does have meld immunity 9 on it, so maybe not fair to compare. But here she will die because of Flash Summoners. I don't even know what skills it is. Hellfire, that's what it's called. Okay, she survived because of the protection from Raid Hunter. Here 1400 damage, it's pretty nice. And attack is now at 2k, so Soul Snatch wouldn't activate again. But she gets retraded because no immunity or anything. As you can see, all other creatures, well, except for Hanzo would killed by Scourge, they're able to survive. Well, Fallen Pixie already goes down. I don't think it's that good. If with immunity, probably way better. It would have stayed in play with after Queen's Empress tried to retreat her, heal some damage from the rune, and she had was at like 2100 attack, so it will deal over 1000 damage to every creature in play, which is about as good as an Octavius, but again way lower HP and no way to regain HP other than being healed by other creatures. So overall I think Fallen Pixie a little bit underpowered. Especially, well, the only ways to get it currently are through Momoya, the last Momoyas, and the 7-day Gala. You can get shards from doing these events, but you have to spend gems or money to get even chance to get Fallen Pixie shards. Because with the things you can claim seal for that don't require gems or money to complete, you can't even get any shards. Or maybe you can, but the chances is just way too low. Because I never gotten any shards from doing the drawing creatures with gold, or with skill essence with upgrade points, or exploring mine with energy. None of that. Only when you use gems or money. Only then you can get shards. So it would cost you quite a bit to get a Fallen Pixie. Well, it's not worth it. It's probably worth more to go after other creatures. Also to save Omni skills for other creatures than Pixie. But again, if your deck isn't that good yet, then maybe spending those gems here on the 7-day Gala is worth it to get the Fallen Pixie. Especially because you can farm them. If you end up with 20 or 10 shards after this Gala, Gala will come again. You can get some more shards. Eventually get a Fallen Pixie. So that's about it, I think. Goodbye.